And welcome. Welcome to another SOP production. Tonight we're discussing CBD oil, the good stuff, not the stuff laced with THC and all this other chemical crap that's out there in the world. And lo and behold, better late than never, welcome Uncle Al. So, ladies, let you introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pam Markham.
And I'm her sister, Drinda.
And I'm the other sister, Heather.
So, of course, everybody knows Gil and crazy old Kook Al. So, tonight we're going to let, as soon as my computer gets up there, now everybody can see the lovely faces of the ladies. And we're just going to sit over here and moderate on the side. We'll catch the questions. We'll let the ladies start off and do their time first. There will be, and there should be, there is links in the description of the video live stream here for their affiliate link. Or if you prefer to just purchase some, there's a purchasing link. So, ladies, take it away.
Okay, well, I guess I'll start with how I found out about CBD oil. About 4 years ago, I'm a clinical psychologist and I'm a homeschooling mom of 8. 6 have now graduated, but I was always looking for another income stream from home so I didn't have to leave home while I was trying to teach all these kids. And so some friends of mine, one friend of mine lives in Las Vegas, and she was friends with the now CEO of this company. She had a dog that wasn't feeling well and found out that CBD oil might help her dog. So she knew that the CEOs, it's a young couple, had started to sell CBD oil. So she met with them and they explained that yes, it probably would help her dog. And so she tried it, it did work. And she told all of us, a bunch of us friends that had worked together in the past. And so we started to all look into it. And being a psychologist, I really was curious not only about the way that it helps with discomfort and stiffness and all those things. I wanted to know about the mental health part of it. And I was able to find quite a bit of research on it, which kind of surprised me. Because in graduate school, we learned a lot about the brain and how it functions, the neurotransmitters, all those things. But nobody ever taught us that we have an endocannabinoid system, or endocannabinoid, however you want to pronounce it. And that system is actually a control system for the other 10 systems in your body. It's like the panel on your electric, it kind of controls it, keeps it in homeostasis or balance, all these other systems. And I had no idea. And all the different issues I was looking up, it was showing that it was helping. So I started to get involved with the company and started to hear how much it was helping, and was really excited because I'm able to help people with mental health in a different way, more people more quickly, than I was able to in my practice. So that was exciting. But then just so many stories coming in from people, not to mention what it was doing for me, my sisters, their families, my family. We can't talk about medical terminology just because of constraints with the FDA and et cetera. But, we can kind of describe some things. And for me, I had a lot of different discomforts that had been for years, and those started to get better. It just was, beginning to really help me. And then this sister, I said, you've got to try this, because she had a bad car accident. You want to tell them a little bit?
Yeah, it was 21 years ago when I was riding my bicycle and I was hit by a semi truck. So, it took me out. And it's a miracle that I'm here today. But my head was severely injured, and all the issues that go with that I lived with for 18 years. And I have a long list, but it was about 3.5 years ago when Pam she's like, Dren, you've got to try this. And she gave me a bottle. And the first night I took it, I was in shock. I was like, wow, I don't remember getting that deep kind of rest for almost 20 years. And that's just the first thing I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a host of things that happened after that. But I was convinced that very first night, oh my gosh, this is just one simple plant in a bottle, and it had such a life-changing effect on me. I mean, I didn't even talk like this fast or this well that, 3 years ago.
Yeah, I've seen the changes.
I mean, there's so many changes that it's helped my head and all,
your sleep. Getting your sleep helps you heal everywhere.
Yeah.
So that by itself, that was shocking, I think. So that she called me the next morning. What did you give me? I slept.
I was like, that was like when I was a teenager and I didn't want to get out of bed,
Yeah. So, and then, when I first joined, I didn't understand the difference between hemp and marijuana. But hemp is a cousin to marijuana, and CBD oil comes from hemp. It is very, very low naturally in THC. It only has a trace. But they have identified over 120 other cannabinoids besides CBD and THC that are in it. CBD is way the biggest, but they all work together in something called the entourage effect, and they help each other, and they all do different things. And that's why you see so many changes over time. We're basically all deficient in it. We all, throughout history, hemp grew wild, and animals ate it.
I eat it.
Used it. Yeah. And so if you drank milk or ate a steak, you were getting CBD oil back then. But in 1937, they made it illegal along with marijuana, even though it's not psychoactive. So, but Heather, you want to say a little bit about what it did for your family?
Well, I had, I had bone on bone in my hip, and I didn't know really what the case was, just that I had some lack of movement. Just motion was limited, and it was just kind of weird, and I had some pain. And I'd been taking CBD for a couple of years, and the range of motion became less. So I went to the doctor, and he kind of, took some x-rays and everything. And then he just kept looking at the x-rays and looking around at me and looking at the x-ray. And he looked around the room, and I said, "Is there anything wrong?" And he said, "Yeah, you don't have a cane or a walker that you came in with?" And I said, "No." And so we started talking a little bit about it, but I ended up having it replaced. And I firmly believe that because of me taking the CBD, my healing, like the healing time, recoup time was very short. And we went to Vegas 2 months after.
2 months after, yeah.
Yeah. And 2 months after the surgery, and I walked 10 miles. So
yeah, that one day, that was we were there for convention. So
yeah, so I had a lot of discomfort like before that, leading up to it, and then so that it didn't, I think it would have been a lot worse. The doctor expected it to be worse, and it wasn't. It helped our dad have his diabetic insulin levels leveled out perfectly, and he had different lab work come back really good. His heart doctor was very happy that he was on it. And
yeah, we've just had so many things happen in our families and friends, and then our customers. But then when we joined the company, just real quick on the company, they had opened in 2013 or 14 with vitamin sprays. Vitamin and herbs sprays. So they're micronized. So when you spray them in your mouth, you're absorbing the vitamins really fast. So they're a great product line too.
Yeah, no pills.
No pills. You don't have to swallow pills. But so the couple, the man had started that, Josh, and then his wife, Jenna, became ill with some issues and found out that CBD would help that and wanted to sell it. But we were still in the middle of the Farm Bill hadn't passed in 2018 yet. 2014, it kind of opened it up, but 2018 totally made it legal in all 50 states. So Josh was a little reluctant. She's like, "Fine, I'll sell it." And she started to sell it like crazy. And he's like, "Okay, we better do this." So, but I would say what people need to know when you're out looking for a brand, most brands almost always have fillers or additives. They might have MCT oil, coconut oil, fillers. We don't have that. And we've noticed a huge difference in when people use those brands compared to ours as far as effectiveness. So ours is simply 80% CBD and 20% hemp seed oil from the same plant, which you have to have a carrier oil because CBD is sticky. That's the only thing in it other than if you want a flavor, and those are organic, non-GMO distilled flavors. So we've had people use 20 brands for something really serious and nothing worked. And then they come to us, and
Yeah.
that's just our experience. You know, we've seen that. So it's the purity, the quality, or it's tested up to 200 different ways to make sure there's no molds, fungus, heavy metals, anything.
Yes, it's a very transparent company. You can take your bottle, there's a QR code on it, and you can track it back to the organic farm in the US that it came from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great. Very transparent. So, you know, that first year I think was 9 million in sales, and then the next year was 100. The next year is 170 million. Just keeps growing. And Josh adds other products. We have so many products now. My next favorite after the oil would be the relief cream, which you just put on areas of discomfort or stiffness. And I mean, we have shocked people. Like we had it at our county fair. People would come by, oh, sure, let me try it. And they'd be back in 10 minutes. Order me that, you know, because it was helping them so much. And then your next favorite.
The coffee. I love the coffee with the CBD and the chaga mushroom in it. I mean, I'm the expert on brain issues, and that's another item that we sell that has a great effect on being able to focus, to order thoughts, and
Alertness.
basically feel very well and good, and you can't wait to get to work.
Yeah, because I mean, the chaga mushroom and the CBD both help with this. Chaga helps brain circulation. So you're feeling very alert, focused, but you're not jittery.
Yeah, it's totally different than coffee.
Yes.
You're very settled feeling. We have one of our really great friends had such good success with losing weight with just the coffee because you feel satisfied.
It helps the appetite.
It helps a lot of people in that way.
So,
well, Native Americans used to use chaga as well for their dietary intake.
Right.
Full of antioxidants.
Tim on the side chat has a question.
Okay.
Does this show up on random drug tests? That was from Tim Fergal.
Okay. Good question. The regular hemp CBD full spectrum it rarely does because it's such a small amount, but THC is fat stored, so sometimes it can build up. So we also have broad spectrum with the white cap, and that has 0 THC. They removed the THC, but it still has the other 120 cannabinoids, so you're really not missing anything. So we recommend that for people that get drug tested. So trying to think what other products. We have such a great hair care line now. It's a hemp hair care, and I mean, my hair has never been better. It's just so nice, and it lasts forever.
Yes, and then we have the face masks.
Love those.
Unbelievable.
We have a lot of cool stuff now.
These are the ones that are just full of gooey, smooth CBD and other, beautiful plants. Has nothing to do with covering your face for any other reason.
No, not that kind of mask. We don't like that kind. But,
yeah, these are cosmetic.
Yeah, they're great. And then soft gels. You can get a soft gel with CBD. It has 25 milligrams, which is a good amount. And then it's either with melatonin or with curcumin, which is great for, pain and different things. And then the Vitality is for probiotics. Which one am I missing? Coffee berry.
The coffee berry.
Coffee berry is from the berry of the coffee plant, which I had never heard of using. Has a little bit of caffeine, not much. And it's similar to the coffee as far as your alertness and all that.
But a lot of people don't like to drink coffee. So this is a great,
substitute for that. Right. So.
And it doesn't give you any caffeine jitters. I take one every morning and drink my coffee. And
You can have all of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just feel like you're on top of everything. You got energy, you got focus, you're gonna get stuff done. I mean, that's, if I miss it, I can, definitely tell a difference. So
Right.
And then, of course, we have the products for animals.
Yeah, the pet oil and treats, which animals, any mammal can take CBD. So they have the same system. So the same issues we have can help them. And we've seen that work so many times. We also have gummies, which children seem to love. Can be a way to get them to use the oil. Generally, the oil goes under the tongue. The reason that is goes straight into the bloodstream that way. It's 98% absorbed and directly. So it's real quick and efficient. We have 3 different strengths: 500 milligrams, 750, and 1500. And you can choose kind of based on your own needs. That's our essential oil line. We have 5 brands: HempWorks, and then the daily sprays with the vitamins, and the essential oils right here. These are extremely pure, just like our CBD. We have single oils and blends, and they're about half price compared to most leading brands out there, but the purity would be at or above anything out there. So I love those too.
Yes.
We have a question in the side chat from Carol at Fishes and Loaves Life. Basically, she's asking, what do you recommend for menopausal women with fibro?
Oh my goodness.
Well, probably
We've already done all that.
Yeah, we understand all that for sure. I would say either the 750 or the 1500 milligram oil. Basically, that balances everything, including the hormones over time. Now, you may not get that right away. It can take a little time. Your body didn't get out of balance overnight, and it can take a little time to get back in balance. But usually you get some relief right away, and you get more and more over time. So I would say either one of those. Usually I recommend the 500 milligram more for children, 750 or 1500 for adults.
Well, definitely for as far as getting those terrible hot feelings all through the night and the day, I suffered with those. It was terrible. One day I counted and there was 60 of them, and it just in the daytime. I didn't count the nighttime. But that is one thing that I live without now, and it's all due to that CBD oil.
It is. It's the balancing.
yeah.
So, and just the purity too. It's got to be the purity and the quality too. We can't stress that enough. We heard a story of a little boy who had, can't use the medical term, but when you shake a lot, and they had bought cheap CBD, maybe, I don't know, at the gas station or somewhere. And it was helping him, but he got sick and they took him in, and here he had almost fatal lead levels because the hemp was coming from China, and hemp is naturally a cleaner plant. So wherever you plant it, it picks up what's in the soil. So if you don't have organic like ours and non-GMO and all that, you're going to have some problems. So you just pick it up somewhere and don't know where the hemp came from, besides the additives, you can have some major issues. Sure. So, trying to think what else. We also have the skincare. Oh, I love the skincare line. It's really good. But I was going to say the other brand we have is called Akashics, and it's not going to seem to be related to what we're talking about. But our CEO is cutting edge. He's always thinking of what's next, what's new. Really, really intelligent guy. He and his wife got to meet President Trump. I think it was 2018.
Yeah.
He came out to Las Vegas and had a business luncheon there, and they were invited. I believe he was they were on his radar. They were growing so fast with CBD right after they passed that farm bill. So that was really cool. But the other thing he came out with is called Akashics. And that is a Forex and crypto education platform. So people can learn about it and actually get signals for trading and things like that. I haven't gotten into that a whole lot, but it's interesting. So, but it's a great company. If anyone's interested in the business aspect of it, all I can say is I I think you should try it. I've never seen a company that pays this well. I've been in several network marketing companies over the years, and I and my friends have, are doing very, very well with this. And it's so rewarding because you're doing well financially, but you're helping all these people. It's just a win-win. And you can join for free. You just need to order something within the first 30 days to stay active. But if you're really serious, I would suggest you get one of the bigger packages because you're going to be able to try the products faster. And I think you need to be a product of the product like we are. You need to know how well it works so you can tell people. It works so much better that way. And you get paid a little more too if you buy a larger package, but it's your own choice. You don't have to do that. But all the training, the back office is all included. Everything is there. You don't have to come up with your own website or anything, any tracking for your business. It's all done for you, and that's all free and included. So
no monthly fees on that,
yeah,
on the website or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah, if you look at the
There's an
affiliate,
Mm-hmm.
if you look at the affiliate link, there's 4 videos there that Josh Zwagel did to explain all the products, how the company evolved, and all the tools you need to do the business from home.
Right. And then we help too. If you sign up, we're right there to help train you and explain, how to get the word out and how to help people. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like this is my company for the rest of my life. It's just so good in so many ways. And it's always changing. In fact, next month we're coming out with a new product line. I believe it's organic makeup. So people don't realize
It's a new brand, right? Maybe
a whole new brand. Yeah. It's not HempWorks. It'll be a new brand. But I don't think people realize anything you put on your skin, you're absorbing from that. Think about the patches for medicine. So you're putting makeup on. If it has chemicals, you're absorbing those toxins. And this won't have any of that. It'll probably be treating your skin and making it healthier, is my guess, the way things go.
Yeah, a lot of mornings I just put the CBD oil on my face after my shower, and then I do my makeup because and look how old I am. I'm 61.
I'll be 60 tomorrow.
Pam will be 60 tomorrow. Heather's way behind.
Yeah, she's way back there. But
I'm still 50.
but no, it does feel like it keeps you younger. You just feel so much better. Like you're functioning more the way your body should be. And
well, like mom had crepey skin starting, and it's going away. That was a happy side effect.
It is. The oil does it, and then you can buy the other products if you want to. But the oil from the inside, we always tell everyone, build on the oil. Start with the oil, and then, buy other products if you want. They're also great, but you need to change from the inside, work on all your cells and the way everything is functioning.
Well, we have trillions of receptors all through our body, and they're all basically starved, waiting to be turned on. It's like a Christmas tree with lights. Everybody's shut down.
Yeah.
And we're all lit up.
It does work that way.
All right, let me clear up a misunderstanding here. There is a lot of misnomers about CBD oil. A lot of politicians who have their brains shoved in the sand like an ostrich. That's the polite way of putting it. Have absolutely no clue at all about CBD oil. They go right on TV and say, "Oh, it's full of THC." Well, maybe there are some brands out there that are full of THC. What these ladies have does not have any THC in it.
Yeah, a tiny trace.
A little bit, but the white cap doesn't. So if you're looking for, go ahead.
No, the tiny trace is what comes naturally in the hemp plant, and it works with the other ones. You don't get high; it just helps you. That's just
and it'd be no different than eating a poppy seed bagel, guys.
Right.
You eat a poppy seed bagel, and you go take a drug test. You have a chance of testing positive for THC.
Exactly.
It's it's the same thing test-wise.
Right.
This has more medicinal benefits. You're not going to get the munchies.
No.
You're not going to drive like a maniac.
No.
You're not going to start climbing the walls.
Nope.
This does not have the psychotropic side effects that cannabis does.
Right. And that's what, we had to learn when we joined, and then we have to constantly educate people because they weren't taught either. We didn't know and they don't know. So we explain it, and we explain, this works so well for all the discomfort type things, better than what you hear about medical marijuana. This is made more for that. Even, and you don't have that high or anything. So people can function, they can go to work and feel better and not have to deal with the psychoactive part.
Well, before 1937, doctors gave it out in an oil tincture form for over 100 different afflictions.
Mm-hmm.
And that now it's, it's been lost. For 80 years, it's been gone. Nobody knows about it. And that's exactly what Big Pharma wanted. They want to keep you sick and they stay rich.
That's right.
And this one single plant in a bottle that gives people hope and gets them out of the rut, and they can, get off a lot of their meds and have life back again. That's exactly what Big Pharma wants to stop us from doing. And that's our mission. Our mission is to educate people and change the world.
It's fun too. Heather works with elderly people, and didn't the one lady say they used to grow hemp on their farm?
Yeah, she's 90 and she remembers. She's very lucid, and she's actually one of my probably my best customers as far as talking about it to her doctors and other people. Anywhere she's at, she's telling everybody. I told her she needs to get commission, but she just says I can have it. So, but she remembers that they would grow it in a couple fields and they'd use it for feed for their animals.
Mm-hmm.
So, they were getting it naturally in the foods they were eating. And there's a lot of changes. She was the youngest of 12, and then she has 10 children. And her 10 children are more like ill and have more autoimmune issues and other problems, health problems, than she ever had. And she asks, questions all the time, like, what, yes, we understand. I mean, we're eating differently. We spray poison on our food.
Right.
We are farming GMO, like all that, those things do, play into part. But another thing is that we're not giving our body what it was designed for. Mm-hmm. And this plant was designed for our bodies because we have a system inside it that is waiting for it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You guys cook with hemp flour? Because my family's doing tempura, and we use hemp flour in our frying.
Oh, cool.
So a lot of Asian countries, we use hemp for cooking and oil and health reasons. Mm-hmm. Do you guys ever cover this or not?
No, I haven't. Heather might. I know hemp oil people cook with.
Yeah. And I was doing a few different diet plans, clean eating, and a recommendation was hemp seed in a lot of items. And so I started using that. And I think the difference in rather just eating it, well, the one thing is you have to understand that when you eat it, it is getting your system, but less of it is actually absorbed. So you need more than just, a little tiny bit of hemp seed or whatever. Mm-hmm. You need it absorbed in your, bloodstream consistently. So if you lose a little bit when you put it through your digestive system, but when you have the oil and you take it under your tongue, and it's not oily. A lot of people ask that. Does it feel gross in your mouth? It's not. It just instantly absorbs, and you're only using maybe like 10 drops at the most, and then not dropperfuls, but drips.
Yeah,
and so a lot of people have said, oh, well, I tried that, and I had a bottle, and it was a really tiny bottle, and it was very expensive, and it didn't work, and I took all of it, and and made my mouth gross. And so they were using, we look at the ingredients, and they were using a bottle full of fillers. A lot of companies will sell the hemp oil because they can make profit. And then they'll put a different kind of oil. Well, your body doesn't metabolize that correctly. Also, if they say they've got a proprietary blend, that means it's water soluble and that they've put solvents in there so they can mix oil with water, and that just flushes from your system. You need a fat soluble so that it stays in your system and does its job.
Yeah, we've heard that a lot with water soluble is better. It's not better. It's not natural. Your body needs it to be fat because it's stored in the fat. So they're just wasting money and oil when they do that.
There's
a comment in side chat that I think you might want to address. Kaylin says she heard it smells like peanut butter.
No, not ours.
Not
at all. No, it's very natural, light, like a little bit of a green plant, the natural. And then we have 7 flavors. So, 6 other flavors. Like cinnamon is my favorite. If you like red hot candies, it's like that. Strawberry guava, lemon lime,
orange sunshine,
watermelon mint. They're all good.
Peppermint.
People just find their favorite.
Yeah.
So the other thing about hemp, it was required to be grown in the original 13 colonies. They had to grow it. It was a cash crop, but they needed it. They needed it for lots of things and for trading and everything. So, again, it was all through history. Just the last 80 years, it was taken away.
Right.
Go ahead.
Hemp was in the 13 colonies was grown for rope, for the Atlantic trade, and for the sales, also for animal feed, and it was ground for flour, like
your flour,
like what I cooked with this. So
Well,
you guys got to go to Cambodia. They have a great cooking area when they use natural hemp, not the pot one, but the natural hemp.
Oh, that would be fun. Wow.
Yeah,
pizzas.
My extra son is from Cambodia.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
If you're interested, there is links down in the description, both to the store, and if you're interested in possibly starting a business doing this for profit, then there is a link, an affiliate link, and it says affiliate link on there. So if you're interested, go check it out. There's no, I'm not twisting your arm, but to bring up a point that was mentioned earlier, if I was still driving a truck, I would only use CBD oil, and I would make sure it's pure. There's only these ladies and one other person that I've ever spoken to about it, that their stuff is pure. And I don't know if you ladies have ever heard of a guy by the name of Mike the Cop, but their stuff has also been tested as pure as well. As pure as you can get. There's no added fillers. It's just 2 ingredients.
That's good. There's a few out there. It's rare, but you really have, every label I've looked at, has something in it that shouldn't be there. So go ahead.
Got another question in the side chat here from Carol at Fishes and Loaves Life. Is this CBD oil from the whole plant?
Well, the stalk of the plant is where you get the CBD oil. And then the seeds are where you get the hemp seed oil, which is our carrier oil. So pretty much we use the whole plant.
The hemp does not go to bud or anything like that. It's industrial and it's not grown for that. But everything else, we just put the plant God made in a little bottle.
Yep, that's it. So,
and it's extracted safely, and it doesn't destroy any of the components or the compounds of CBD. So everything is perfect when you get it already. So we don't have to add anything or take anything out.
No, because that's another way that a lot of people get scammed. These smaller companies or companies that are just trying to make a buck, they'll use really dangerous solvents to pull it out, and they use heat, and ours is cold, and it's going to leave the solvents behind in there, and it's really ineffective.
They also don't pay attention to where they grow the hemp, and like you said before, the hemp cleans the soil, and so if the soil isn't tested or organic, then you're just going to get whatever chemicals and gross stuffs in the oil or in the soil into your plant. And if you don't know where it is sourced, a lot of companies, they just say, it's hemp. They don't say it's sourced, in the U.S. or wherever.
Yeah, you can't usually find where it came from. So that's the
So
problem.
that's kind of scary. Like,
yeah,
to
but
not
we
know.
see this industry is just going to continue to grow. It was tamped down for so long, and now people are realizing what it really is. And our company, I believe, will be $1 billion company as we continue to grow. Every year just keeps growing, and we're opening more and more countries. We're just about to open Taiwan, Russia, and Ukraine. We're already in the UK and lots of other countries. So, it's just nice that we can just keep working to do that. I think coming down the road is the Philippines, and some South American countries will be opening too.
Yeah,
So,
when they say cold pressed, think of the way they extract olive oil from olives. There's no heat used; it's just pure pressure.
Right.
Yeah, it's
the
CO2.
temperature is kept at a steady certain degrees, and some places keep that a proprietary secret, so it can't be copied as easily. Saying when they do oil, it's not like they used to do it with a stone on a stone, but it's pretty close to the same.
Yeah.
So it's a cold air process.
It's the most expensive process. It's the most expensive CO2 process because Josh wanted as pure as possible. And that's always been his goal. He does that with all of his products. Even I love his vitamin sprays and herb sprays and we keep coming out with new ones of those. Those are not CBD, but they're other vitamins and herbs and
all organic.
Native Americans made it by healing with echinacea plantain for an ointment. No, it's not heat extracted, not ours, because that destroys some of the qualities.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions about the difference between marijuana and hemp? I don't know if everybody understands that it's a different plant.
They're all cannabis, but they're cousins.
All cannabis. Yeah. I don't know if you want to touch on that a little bit more, how one's grown and modified.
You can, Heather. You're good at it.
Well, so marijuana is grown in different strains. Obviously, everybody knows that when you're going to buy marijuana, you want high THC levels. And of course, all the hybriding and everything else that goes with that, they're always trying to get the maximum THC. And THC is one of the 120 cannabinoids. But naturally in marijuana, there's a large amount that occurs just as it's growing. In hemp, it's a small amount. So both plants have CBDs, both plants have THC. Marijuana has a lot, and hemp has a little bit. And so what it does is it allows you, it's federally legal. You don't need a medical card to get CBD, hemp derived. And it has more of the properties in it that has the medicinal effects that your body needs to bring itself to balance. So you're just giving your body the tools it needs. It's not illegal in any of the 50 states. Somebody had asked, to go back up and see. Oh, somebody was talking about Charlotte's Web. They have, they've been around for a long time. Their product is okay. It's not harmful in any way, I don't believe, but their potency is quite different from ours, and they use filler oils.
Yeah, they do.
So, yeah, check.
All of the CBD has to be, it's supposed to be checked by a third party testing. They all go through a stringent test that's a separate party of the company. Our company puts it through 200 tests and then sends it out for the testing. So we're extra picky about it.
Yeah, definitely. There may be somebody that does this. Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay.
There may be somebody that does as much testing as we do, but I haven't seen them. It's possible, but
yeah,
we haven't found it. Yeah, our quality is so high, but then there are some companies out there that cost more than ours. So, we're probably mid-range or, I've seen quite a bit higher for lower quality oil. So that's another thing I've noticed over the time we've been doing this.
Now, in Japan, they have like, how can I say it in English? They have like a candy bar. It's like got nougat and sticky stuff and roasted hemp seed on it. Are you guys ever going to try that here?
That sounds like a good idea. I'll put it in our suggestion box for the CEO.
Because it's very popular in Japan. The kids love it. But a lot of people thought they get high. You don't get high on this.
No.
It's eating hemp. I just ate a whole plate full of hemp flour.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's good. That's so cool while we're on here.
Yeah. So if you could get a bar, I think it'll sell well in the Asian markets.
Good idea.
Because they miss that from the home countries. That's Korea, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Japan.
Okay.
Okay.
That's cool. I'll tell the CEO. He's always asking what our ideas are, which I love about him. I hope someday he comes out with a whole line of hemp clothing. I think that would be cool.
Yeah. One thing that is interesting, I've got an adopted son who lived with us. His dad is from Cambodia, his mom's American, and they're missionaries in Cambodia now. And so he was raised in Cambodia, but then moved to the States to get a pilot's license. Anyway, so he lived with us for a while, and he taught us a lot about Cambodian culture and foods and introduced us to a lot of stuff. He never mentioned the hemp, so I'll have to ask him. Yeah. But his mom and dad adopt cerebral palsy kids, and it's quite common that they're kind of abandoned over there. And so I started giving her the CBD to use with all the different issues that they're facing, and she saw some improvements. And now they're back in the States because of COVID and a bunch of furlough issues. But when they go back, the idea is to be able to send them a good amount with them so that they can start, giving the whole orphanage that they have over there the CBD. So,
yeah, the other thing that I think is really interesting, without using the right term, I'll describe it. People that come back from war, military, veterans, the issues that they have, the oil can really, really help that. And that's important to me. My internship was at a VA hospital, and I worked with Vietnam vets and even World War II, different people. But to think that we have a military discount in the company, so that's nice. But I think they're also working to help get that to people that need it, and I hope that grows more, because those people deserve our thanks and all the care we can give. And it's just really helpful, because when they're having like bad memories, what they found in a study was because their body and even their brain is more relaxed while they're having that bad memory, and it's paired together. Now you're pairing relaxation with the memory instead of adrenaline and cortisol and all the bad things. Slowly it helps that memory to fade and become less traumatic. So I just thought that was really, really interesting when I read that.
I do have a checklist of about 11 items that, if you want to compare products, it's good for any CBD that you want to look at. And if anybody would like that, you could contact me, and I can send you the email that I have, or I can try to post it in the chat. I'm not sure if they'll take all of it, but I know that they were a couple of ladies were looking at different brands.
Mm-hmm. I have another question. You guys do hemp and the oil and stuff. Do you guys got the patches? Because in Japan and Korea, we have the patches for on-the-spot pain relief. It's like salampas.
Yeah.
It smells real bad because of menthol, but one of its active ingredients they can't use here in the United States is hemp oil. And you put that on, you leave it on, but you have to take it off when you shower. Trust me, you don't want that in the bathtub. But you put it on and you get like a slow mentholated hemp oil release. Do you guys carry that in your product line?
Not yet. They may come out with that. I think the cream that we have is so effective that they may or may not need to come out with that. I can't even describe how good our cream is. When you have a spot that hurts, it just right away. It's just so good.
Do they sell it 55-gallon drums so I can just kind of
take a bath in it, dip yourself?
That's why you need to have it. You need to take it internally and then use it in the problem spots.
Yeah, it is like you're taking a bath when you put it under the tongue, and then you just put it on little spots maybe.
And we do have bath bombs that you actually can take a bath with CBD.
Oh, I love those. Just soak in it. It feels so good.
We won't
like a regular bath bomb, which is
CBD bath bomb. Those are nice.
Yeah, there's 6 of them come in a package, and they're all different, beautiful scents.
Oh, they're really nice.
Yep,
they're good Mother's Day present.
Tammy's Homestead Life. There is links in the description to this live stream. If you scroll down, you'll see it. One is a customer link. The other is an affiliate link. If you're interested, click the customer link. And just so you guys realize, and those who are watching now and those who will watch later, I will be picking some of this up and I will give it a test. And I am very, well, you know,
honest.
I don't BS anything. There's no rainbows and unicorns when I test something.
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you if it works or it don't work. And
we don't want you to see anything but comments about it.
Right.
Truth,
I walked not even a tenth of what I'm used to walking from the Target to the house here the other day on Saturday. Today, I'm still feeling the pain from that walk. Okay, so I must have pulled something wrong. I guess, I don't know. But that being said, I will be picking some of this up to give it a full test. So
the oil and the cream.
Yeah, the oil, especially, and the cream if you want. But remember, give it some time. The inflammation can take a little while to come down. But a lot of people notice something right away, and then more and more and more as time goes on. So
all of our
Dave, can you put up Carol's comment up there about
PTSD?
About the oil Nutivia organic for salad?
Oh, that's way up there.
I see at the top of the top, up here. Yeah, that one.
You might want to talk about dosage. Oh, that's for salad.
Oh, yeah. People think they buy hemp oil at the store and they have CBD oil. They don't. That's just a cooking or a nutritional oil. It's really good for you, but it's not CBD and it's not going to help with the things we're talking about.
Yeah. So because I cook all the time. Bad thing about hemp oil, folks, you're not going to get high. What it's going to do, like my idiot grandnephews, we're going to get high on Uncle Alan's hemp oil. No, it's a laxative. You drink too much of it, you'll be going to the bathroom.
Yes.
All day today, there were in my sorry, can't curse. In my bidet thing. I've been going to the bathroom since I was eating Uncle Alan's cooking. Yeah, because you thought you were going to get high. You're not. Hemp oil does not have the compounds we were discussing. It is a natural laxative.
Yeah, that's good to know.
And if you take a lot of it, you'll be going to the bathroom a lot smoother.
Yes. That's funny.
Also, it's good if you make udon. You ever make udon or dipping noodles? Oh, you got to try it with hemp pink oil and a little bit of mirin and soy sauce. You boil the udon noodles and you dip it. And then you sprinkle roasted hemp seed on top of it. Yeah. It's lighter than spaghetti. I think, Heather, did your adopted son or friend's son ever eat that? Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. He's made all sorts of dishes. He didn't really, like I said, he hadn't really talked about the hemp oil. And when he moved in with us, of course, he got a big education on CBD. But a lot of it was teaching people the difference between hemp oil and CBD. And so you know, like, and a lot of people will say, oh, I bought hemp oil and I'm going to take it and I'm going to get healthy. And it's not the same. You don't put the bottle of hemp oil, cooking oil under your tongue.
No,
or
no,
like
no.
It doesn't work like that. So,
No.
so a lot of times, people get confused because we'll interchange hemp seed oil, and then people will think, oh, that's the same as CBD, and it's not. So
No.
CBD has 120 cannabinoids that they've discovered so far, 120, and hemp oil is just the oil, like cooking oil. So those are the differences.
Right.
Also, it's good if you're making tempura.
Mhm.
You know, fry your
I
fish,
love tempura.
vegetables.
Does it
Yeah.
have
So
a high
good.
heat content?
What?
Or can you get it to a high heat, the hemp
Yes.
oil, the cooking oil?
You have to be careful because it will flash fire.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
You don't want to like, I burned my kitchen down with hemp oil. Yeah, that's not going to look great on your insurance report. No.
No, yeah, that's not. They might be like, "What were you mixing up there?" What were
Yeah.
you-
And you say you're making tempura, and then all of a sudden you have DE agents coming around like,
Yeah,
no,
like
it's
raving.
Japanese cooking.
Yes. Hello. Well, you can also use CBD, like in that book, with in recipes. Can you grab that?
Oh yeah.
We have a book that has a bunch of CBD recipes, like for drinks and desserts and things you can. This is it's just a book we found, but yeah, there's a whole bunch of recipes, like roasted ginger carrots with CBD. Is it miso?
Miso.
Miso sauce. Yeah, all kinds of good stuff you can use.
Yeah,
think-
but they copied it from a Japanese cookbook and they replaced it with
Probably.
CBD. They replaced the CBD oil instead of hemp oil because you'll be eating a lot of carrots and miso if it was hemp oil. I'm like, gee, I'm not getting high. I'm going to the bathroom like clockwork,
Yeah.
but I'm not getting high. Well, that's
Right.
the reason why, folks. I like
Yeah.
cooking.
Yeah, CBD doesn't get you high anyway. They think it's marijuana. So
Go ahead, Dave.
All right, we're coming up on top of the hour. We lost Gil.
Okay.
Gil's going over to get his live stream ready, so we're going to shut mine down so y'all can go take your bathroom breaks. And ladies, if you'll stay up on after I shut this down for a few more minutes, I'd appreciate it.
okay.
So everybody go
Thank
to
you.
your restrooms and get your drinks, and we'll see you guys over in about 10 minutes over on Gil's live stream. Until next time, catch you later. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.